It only takes 3 hours to get from Paris to London on the Eurostar. If you fly, it's just 1 hour, but by the time you get from your hotel to the airport and then back to your hotel, it'll take you just about as long to fly. Arriving in the city, one of the great highlights is the Tower Bridge and Buckingham Palace. We're on a city bus tour with our local guide, Anthony, and he's going to take us around on an abbreviated trip past the Apsley House. We're just presenting a summary for you in today's program. Later, we'll bring you many more pictures of London.
On the right, you'll see Burberry's for rainwear and other clothes. On the left, there we are, Mappin & Webb, the English jewellers. Waterford, Wedgwood and Lawley's. On the right, the National Gallery, English and European art for over 600 years. Trees, grass, tennis courts, even flamingos, those lovely pink birds. On the right, the London Hilton Hotel. Now on the left, the Royal Palace and Fortress of the Tower of London. William of Normandy, William the Bastard. He defeated the English army at the Battle of Hastings. You've all heard of the 14th of October, 1066, 929 years ago. And he killed King Harold II, Harold Godwinson. And when he came to London, the Roman wall round it that was 1,000 years old was so well defended, he couldn't defeat the Londoners. So he had to make a peace treaty with them. That's why even today they're separate from the rest of London. It's the Royal Palace and Fortress of the Tower of London, but it hasn't been inhabited by royalty for over 300 years.
So let's get off our tour bus and have a look inside the Tower of London. It's one of the greatest castles in the world. It's an amazing structure. The White Tower in the middle is the oldest building in London. The Gothic fan-vaulted arches of one of the gateways through the wall leads you into the inner courtyard. And there we join a tour with a beefeater.
The building in the bottom right-hand corner, the beautiful black and white Tudor building, that is today known as the Queen's House. Originally built by Henry VIII to be used as a royal residence.
The other very old royal residence constructed by Henry VIII is Hampton Court Palace, and that makes an exciting day trip out from London. Hawaii Geographic Society goes to Europe several times each year, and we specialize in trips that have a more leisurely pace. You'll spend 2 or 3 days in each city, and you'll spend a lot of money if you go shopping on Bond Street. This is the most deluxe shopping street in the city, Old Bond Street. Walking is the best way to see a city, up close, smell it, feel it, taste it. Get a good view of Oxford Street here, the very busy commercial shopping hub of London. Jump in our taxi and head back to Covent Garden, back to the neighborhood of our hotel, and have a look around this busy plaza filled with people. One of the liveliest parts of London is Covent Garden, and particularly here, we're in the piazza in the pavilion in the middle of Covent Garden. And it's a marvelous space. There's street musicians, there's cafes and bars and restaurants, lots of shops. There's one-of-a-kind jewelry items. There's handcrafts for sale. So when you're in London, be sure to come to Covent Garden in the daytime or in the evening. It's in the middle of the theater district. There's lots of restaurants all around, and enjoy this wonderful ambiance.